taking on the lead role of Eve Macarro. Please give a very warm London welcome to Ana de Armas.
It's months of training and working with the stunt team and my trainer and getting stronger and getting more capable and literally going from learning how to do a cartwheel to the very complex, action scenes and learning about all the weapons, and it was like just a little bit of everything, it was full on. It was really special, today is special for many reasons, but being in this film with Keanu means so much to me because I met Keanu 10, 11 years ago. We did our first film together, and now we're back here, and I am, in this film that is an extension of an amazing franchise that he and Chad created, that people love, and now he's in my film supporting me, and it's just pretty surreal, moment. It's just wonderful.
Everybody tried to do from the world of John Wick, and everyone really works so hard to make it authentic.
Her story now, we're gonna discover more about the Roscaroma and all the rules and what happens, behind the curtains. So it's all new. It's it felt to me like a very organic way to expand into this franchise. It's you're gonna discover a lot of the old characters that were in the other movies, and then we have new awesome people joining us, and
it's very exciting. It's a beautiful day, beautiful night. The film is cool, so it's not a bad day.
Far left, please.
It still fit, which was good. For me it was great to it felt like coming home. I was working with some of the same people, training and doing the choreography. Anna's great, and had some good, juicy, dramatic stuff to do. So yeah, it was fun. Ana really was going through the whole thing. I was kind of like this old veteran, kind of just coming in, a little stretch. Okay, let's go. It's new characters, get to dive into some of the Roscaroma, which is kind of John's tribe, group, family. And yeah, it's new characters, but some common themes of trying to get free, revenge, try to have your life back, I guess.
Winston Scott, please welcome the multi-award-winning actor, Ian McShane.
It's nice, yeah, it's good to be back here. I get to see all the kids and the grandkids and get to be part of this tonight, which is great. Well, it's very similar to the relationship with John, I think. I think he rescued John from certain situations. And this is great to have a female dynamic come into the series, and not in a gratuitous way. I mean, you've met the character before in episode 3 at ballet school, and now you get her backstory. And they cleverly put it between 3 and 4. So whatever they choose to do next, it can be Ballerina 3 or it can be John Wick 5 if Keanu feels up to it, whatever they want to do, Well, like Keanu, they both do it. Thank God I don't have to do it, I mean, I think she's great. I mean, I think that when I first did the scene with her, I think she was glad to sit down over a table, the first scene. I don't think her feet had hit the floor for about, 3 weeks. She'd just been killing people relentlessly with either ice skates or flamethrowers or whatever else comes to hand, in the John Wick fashion. She was so good in that Bond movie. And people kept saying, she should have appeared more. And I said, no, you only need one scene. And I think that's because I remember talking to Basil and Erica about back in 2017 about when we did number 3, and they were talking about Ballerina then. So it's taken them a while to come up with the script, but it does, because I think they try and be as faithful as he can to this world of John Wick, and get on with it.
Feels amazing. Yeah, it feels amazing. Finally, when you make a movie and suddenly it's coming out, it's just you're grateful for the journey to be finished, but you're sad that it's finished. but this kind of, people and excitement, it's amazing to see. She's a badass. I mean, she's cold-blooded, she is determined, and she makes part of the Chancellor's trial. Oh no, I was literally in awe of what she could do. That woman is a machine. She's incredible. She fights. She's incredible. You're gonna love this movie. And she doesn't use a lot her doubles, because if I was her, I'd be like, go for it. She's incredible. She learned the choreography. She can be very gentle but deadly. I mean, like, she's strong. It's amazing. I'm in love with her. She did an incredible job. She uses everything that's, here, it's so funny too, the movie. Sometimes, you find yourself like kind of like laughing, or you're like, oh my God, that's so Wick. This is a Wick world, part of the Wick world, that they just open so many doors for us to just go into this side of the Wick world, that you have to have that funny element of like, oh my God, that's so brilliant. I love him. It's great. It's great. I mean, like, it's always very important to have someone that is very, that has everything in control. And he seemed like he did. And he showed all, controlled, and the action sequences were very planned. And I think he did a tremendous job. I mean, John Wick itself opened so many doors, little doors, they were there. The John Wick world is amazing. So for him to grab just that world of the ballerinas, the Ruska Roma, it was incredible for him to do that.
It looks, it's amazing. It's very purple. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of the John Wick franchise, and it's kind of a dream come true to be in one of these movies. So. Well, he's come to a point. He comes from a clan of very intimidating assassins. He's come to the point where he's willing to fight everybody to protect his little girl, basically. So he's gotten to that point. It's a lot of math, to be honest. I'm used to a very sloppy fighting style in The Walking Dead. This is very choreographed, but I think actors really know instantly whether they're going to hit it off, and she and I hit it off right away. And I knew what a ferocious, awesome actress she was, and she was going to bring it to this franchise. And I've worked with Len before. I know he's really good as well. So, yeah, I think it's got all the things in it that people love already, but I think Ana brings a very unique perspective to it. I think she very fluidly expresses her emotions in ways that are all over her face in a very telling, sensitive way. But you add that with the badass stuff, and it's a hit. You know what I mean?
The excitement it's in the air. It's definitely in the air tonight. It's been a long time coming as well. So I think the fans have been desperate, chomping at the bit to see what's going to happen. So I played Nogi, who is a trainer in the Ruska Roma Ballet School, she's Eve's, Anna's character's mentor from the age of when she's a child, right growing up to now, where she's ready to kick ass and get out there and do some assassination, and it's all because of me.
Lead role of Eve Macarro. Please give a very warm London welcome.
Oh my gosh, the first time I saw Ana just in one scene, which was the dojo scene, no spoilers, but she was incredible. She literally, it seemed like she was flying in the air with one of the stunts she did, and I know she's put all the work in herself, so it's nothing, there's no CGI going on here with the skills that she's coming out and bringing to the table. She really has put the work in, so the fans are going to be in awe of what she's done. Len, and for me, Chad as well. I worked with the two of them side by side, building up Nogi's character. It's been a real warm welcome to the John Wick family, and so I have no complaints, just excitement for everybody really to bring this to the fans who really wanted it. So. I think the main detail is to explore from the side of the female perspective, but mostly even more actually, I would say that the big thing is to explore it from the side of the ballerinas. We've seen it from the side of the assassins, who were the guys going out there. Now it's time to show how we kick ass, and have always kicked ass, but it's never been seen in this world. So it's a chance for them to really get a peep into that window.
It's amazing. I'm so happy. It's lovely to see everyone here as well. Her name is Ella. She's a really energetic and curious girl, and you might find her around quite dangerous places sometimes, but also around her dad-in-law.
My character's name is Eve. I'm young Eve, so young Anna, and I think at the beginning or at the end. I think more at the beginning of the movie.
Anna. I loved everyone, but Anna was like my bestie. We were always together, hugging each other and everything, yeah. And the fighting and everything like that, yeah.
I think like the fighting scenes too.
Well, it's been pretty much exactly 1 year now since we wrapped in Hungary, in Budapest, and it's just to finally see it on the big screen, coming all together. I mean, I can't wait. I mean, he's pretty much the right hand of the bad guy, of the boss, right? Taking care of the dirty work. And I think he's the one character from beginning to end. Whenever he shows up, Anna is in trouble. What makes her perfect? Come on, she's a great actress. She's very professional. She's really nice to everyone. It was a blast working with her. And the scenes we had together, it was a playground. It was fun. Like it did not feel like work to me. So I went to the set and I had fun every single minute of it. I was even asking the assistant director, can I come to set? And he was like, yeah, you're not shooting today. And I was like, yeah, I know, I just want to watch, you know? So I've been on set all the time. He was so easy to work with. Like, he knows what he wants, he's professional, he's a very kind guy. And also he looks like he could play his own hero or his own villain, you know? But he's actually the director. So it was a blast. Like, he could call me any minute and I'd be there. Yep. It actually fits in there quite well. Like, if you've seen all of the John Wicks, I mean, it's kind of a side story that really fits into the whole universe of John Wick, and honestly, I'm hoping that the whole universe is just going to expand, because I don't want to spoil too much, because I know stuff you don't, but yeah, it'll be fun.
Yes, it's fantastic. I mean, it's a long road to get here. So this is always it's a great celebration. I'm really excited. I mean, partly it's just inherent to who she is and what she brought it. You get to the point where it's the best thing for a director for a movie like this, that you start to kind of consider her like one of the stunt team, like truly one of the stunt team, and she just. It's a lot of work. It was like she just put in the discipline and everything, and she just has a fire and just that rage that kind of comes through. And it was the best. It was the best collaboration. It was an absolute thrill for me too, because I'm such a fan of the franchise. So in fact, like the first day, the confrontation with them was one of my favorite moments when we shot that scene, because it's just the two of them. It was like this Western standoff. I had been thinking about it for probably a year and a half, of just how the stillness of it when he comes walking out, and it was a great moment. I think her one, she's a brilliant actress, but also I think the wanting to get the realism in it, which is part just it's like I said, like it's inherent in her kind of performance, but it's real, just to really like attack in a very been a grounded approach. Oh, in many ways. I mean, this whole movie is an expansion of the world. You know, it takes, you know, its cue off of John Wick Chapter 3, and we dive into more of the Rosca Roma's layers. But the whole movie is an expansion. The whole movie is really an extension on that world. So I think, you know, audiences out there, myself, I always look at something, if I wasn't directing it, what would I want to see? What would I be anticipating? Just being a fan myself. So I'd say a lot to look forward to, because the movie is an expansion.
It's pretty special. It's very humbling when you do something and people really like it, so they want more, and you try to do a good job on that. So that's always the trick, isn't it? You have to find your Gwen Verdon to your Bob Fosse. So that's really what Ana did. She put in the time. Again, being in the gym with Keanu kind of helps, but she came to it with determination, aspiration, inspiration. She was a great motivator, and she's what makes the movie so special. Well, that's the great thing about coming from a different perspective with Ana's character is, if you're looking at Keanu and as he's going through a John Wick journey, just pan the camera over, you get this parallel universe of something that's going on at the same time. It's like you've seen Alice in Wonderland through John Wick's perspective, now you get to see it through Alice's perspective. It's interesting to see John Wick with another character on that side of the line and how they're kind of apart but working together. Yeah, it's very fulfilling. After our initial conversation, I just think he kind of got what we were trying to do with the movies. They were all love letters with cinematic reverence to all the movies that we grew up with. And if you get that, as long as you love the same things we love, it kind of all comes together.
It's totally surreal. I mean, I wrote the first draft of the script like 8 years ago or something, so yeah, to see it finally come to fruition in such a cool way and in such an awesome theater is amazing. Yeah, I mean, the original script was not connected to the John Wick movies. It was literally inspired by the trailer for John Wick 2, so then to see it turn into this John Wick franchise movie is really just amazing and totally a dream come true. I was just inspired by it as a fan and just wrote something inspired by it, and it became a John Wick movie. Yeah, Ana is totally perfect for the movie. I honestly, having now seen the movie, couldn't imagine anybody else playing the part. She nails the physicality, which these movies demand, somebody to fully throw themselves into the role, and is just incredible. And then Norman Reedus, I've been a fan of since the first episode of The Walking Dead, so that's just a true fanboy dream. And of course, there's no one like Keanu, so seeing him be in the movie is more than I could have dreamed. I think the first scene in the diner when she's fighting the townspeople and you kind of realize the scope of what she's in, that was in the first draft, and really to see it survive to the final movie is amazing, and I think captures the nutty tone that we were going for. This is just a corner of the universe that we haven't seen before, so seeing her thrown into this town that's kind of a type of life in this world that we haven't seen before, where people are trying to live a normal life while being assassins, is a new wrinkle, and I think that's what's so fun about this franchise, is there's endless wrinkles like that to explore.
It's amazing and surreal to where it came from John Wick 1, which was like a little engine that could, and now that we're doing spin-offs of something that I never thought would actually ever get released in John Wick 1, it's surreal and it's awesome. Well, it's interesting, when we went to Ana and we're like, we would love to do the following things: flamethrowers, knives, driving cars, falling down steps, ice skates. She's like, just tell us what you can't do. And she's like, I'll do it all. So you need somebody game, you need somebody who's a little crazy like Keanu is, and that was Ana. She did everything we asked her to do, and she did it jumped in with 2 feet. I mean, Ana, one, she's a great actress. Obviously, she was nominated for the Academy Award. She is feminine, but she's also incredibly tough. You empathize with her, it's emotional, but physically, she's willing to do the work. And that's one thing about the Wick franchise, all this action you see on film, it's after 3-4 months of training. So that usually means you can't do a movie before you do a John Wick movie or Ballerina, and she was all game for it. So, and then when she, with Keanu, it was like two titans. Now, she's known Keanu forever, since Knock Knock, but it was great to see them fight, because you could tell neither of them wanted to lose the fight, which is awesome. Well, I think her physicality, I think her acting, the empathy that you really cared for her. I think this isn't like an asexual, like this character was written for a female. This wasn't like, oh, it could be a male character, but we made it a female. It's very feminine, so she was able to capture the feminine side of it, but also the badass assassin, tough side of her, and she crushed it for us. I would say the flamethrower scene. The flamethrower scene, I'm like, someone is going to get hurt here, and we're gonna get screwed. I cannot believe we were able to pull that off and what they were all able to do. Well, I mean, that's the thing about these franchises, right? You want to give the fans enough that they're familiar with, and that's why we have, Ian McShane and Lance Reddick and Angelica Houston. But at the same time, we got to expand the world just enough where they're leaning in. And so I feel like with the existence of this town that everybody lives in, Hallstatt, where everyone's an assassin, going a little deeper in this school that we established in John Wick 3, going even deeper in the Continental and other Continentals around the world, I think will give the audience what they want.